Of course, no one wants to be lied to. However, the truth is a very depressing thing sometimes. There is a lie that you could be free in society if you're a nomad. But the truth is, you can't just park anywhere, so you're not free. It's either going to cost you to park somewhere at a campground, or it's going to be a game of hide and go seek with stealth parking. So you're not really free, you're on the run, so to speak. Andre, great to see you. Living a life constantly on vacation, whether in your RV or in a hotel. I'm in a hotel now. I've been here for just about 6 days, and I've seen a cycle of people check in and check out. And I have till midnight tonight. So my reservation, I made a long-term reservation starting tomorrow for about 30 days. But here on day 6, I don't know if I want to stay that long. But being a nomad for 4 years, the lie is there's something better in the next town. What is better is obviously the temperature control. Yeah, Tony says AC's cranked with that hoodie and that hat for the win. Thank you, brother. Love to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, look, I feel disillusioned a little bit with life. I feel a little bit depressed because I don't know where to turn. Okay. The regular life is a little bit of a lie. The nomad life is a little bit of a lie. But I have to be grateful. Okay. Why? Because you have to pull yourself out of depression and you have to smack yourself with perspective of your health, of your wealth, if you have any financial resources, of your abilities. And you have to remember that the truth is, if you look in your life, you have it better than a lot of other people. So if you were fed a lie, whether by a nomad, whether by a pastor, whether by a president, look, it could easily be said that life is a little bit of a magic show. But we cannot allow our minds to go down this dark hole. We have to be honest with ourselves, though. Again, I'm living a life that's, in some sense, always been my dream and many people's dream, where you can work remotely as long as you have Wi-Fi. You could stay at a hotel, you can be in an RV, or you could buy a home base. But the truth is, I don't see any of those as a clear remedy to what I want to do. The lie is that this, I don't know, it's an interesting thing. Andre says tomorrow you'll be at 20K subscribers. Yeah, God willing. But even if I'm not, obviously, look, I'd be disappointed. You always want to see whatever you have grow. But to be honest, if I never traded stocks and I just kept saving, kept doing side hustles like YouTube, DoorDash, whatever, then it'd be great. Like I say, sometimes in life, you realize that your biggest financial mistakes are going to be trying to make more money with your money. However, I'm very fortunate that, I still have mitigated that and I still have been able to save. Someone left a comment the other night and they said, why are you staying at a hotel? The whole point of the nomad life is to save money. Because I've been on the road for 4 years, maintained a job, worked too, saved money, pay off debt, and this person is probably not even working hard and they're in their car for 2 days. So look, everyone's counting your money. I got some guy, he's got a mental problem. Gifted green. This guy, his father was a mentally and verbally abusive person to him. So what does he do? He trolls me. Okay. And he's going to be just like his father. Look, if your father was verbally abusive and now you're verbally abusive on YouTube, that's you repeating your father's behavior. Okay, you need to check yourself. I check myself sometimes when I get too negative. Okay. So what are we talking about? We're talking about, look, it's a lie if you think you're exposing the truth, but in doing so, you're abusing other people. That's not a truth, that's not a truth person. It's a lie. You're lying to yourself. So what I could tell you is this. Tony says, have you watched the film Nomad Land? No, I haven't. Some people are inspired by it, but it seemed overall depressing to me from the trailer. I saw Bob Wells did a video today, 6 reasons to be a nomad. He should have made seven. One is to capitalize off it, to be a movie star, to make six figures, to hire a personal assistant, to put your YouTube channel in an LLC so you have limited liability, and to funnel money from a nonprofit and take a salary. Because look, the truth is, guys, if Bob Wells wasn't making money and he was destitute, I think he would still be happy because I do think he likes the lifestyle. But guys, I do think this is a temporary lifestyle. Now, but what's a permanent lifestyle? To live in an apartment or house? That's boring too. That's a lie. The truth is, guys, like many people, many wise people have said, there is no absolute truth. Life is this constant change. Um, and like I say, I want to be very careful tonight that I keep my mind in a positive space because I'm in this space where being through so many seasons of life, the regular life, the church life, the street life, a little bit, just a little bit, the YouTube life, everything just gets like it's all BS. Okay, everything's BS. But then I said to myself, Sam, you cannot have that mindset because all you're going to do is make your life harder. And this lie that if you live on vacation, it makes your life easier. Well, I don't know. Like I say, I've been in this hotel for a week, and most people come to a hotel for 3 days. Okay. And so I've seen a cycle of a couple people come in on vacation and leave. And I'm sitting here on permanent vacay. Okay. And I'm by the beach and I'm saying to myself, maybe I should move. Maybe I should do something else. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should cancel my reservation. Maybe I should get the RV. And I'm saying to myself, to do what? To go where? And this is what I'm trying to figure out. ESP, you got the truth from the trailer. It's quite sad. I enjoyed it, but it is too sad for me to watch a second time. Yeah, to me, it's like a horror movie. Yeah, when I was a kid, I watched something to scare me. Even Sade, I can't listen to Sade too much. That makes me sad. I guess for some people, like I say, it gives them hope. For some people that are in a bad position financially or they're very down, they look at the nomad life as a saving grace. And I don't want to take anyone's hope. I still think the nomad life is a good life. But, it's like every life, it's not a perfect life. It's still life. So, Tim, how's it going, man? Yeah, overall, I'm thankful. I want to say that. Two is, it does feel good to have more comfort in the hotel. But three is less fresh air. I went for a long walk in the park today, but I'm not outside as much as I used to be. The one positive I would say about the nomad life is I'm outside more. The one negative is I'm outside more and I don't have enough temperature control. But I really don't feel like I want to renew my reservation. I feel like I want to cancel it. I love you, Tim. I appreciate you understanding. Yeah, I got this one troll. He used to be a member. I think he just signed up just to troll me. This guy, verbally abusive, just like his father. And it's really sad. It does make you angry a little bit too. But he does it to everyone. He made one video, okay? And it's just a bunch of garble, like troll, like it's a sarcastic video. And I said to myself, these are one of the sick people, okay? And he's a Trumper too, I hate to say it. These are some of the sick people that raid the Capitol, that do all crazy shit, talk now. And I said to myself, did his father not hug him? Did his mother not love him? Or did his parents love him and he was just this real nasty person? But I said to myself, yeah, Sam, don't matter what you say, you ain't gonna change him. And I said, well, at least I know who he is now. I saw his face. Now, what up? I said, oh, this guy. And he looks like shit too. He thinks he's skinny. He looks like shit. It's true. And now with that attitude, that guy ain't getting no pussy. He ain't getting none. He probably got a restraining order. Probably got three. Okay. I want to file one. Make it four. Yeah, what an ugly bastard. You know, the real anal retention too. He's making this video about how he's so skinny and shape. The guy looked like shit. He looked like shit. He got a bad attitude too. I'll tell you right now, that those guys will never get it. You get more coochie not by being skinny, okay, by having a good sense of humor, okay, and okay. But he thinks because he fits in like a 30 waist that he's doing something. He ain't doing nothing. Okay, it's all lies, guys. Okay, what you're gonna realize in life is truth is elusive. Okay, truth is elusive. It's a very elusive thing, and it's I struggle with that tonight. To see what the next step is. Tony says the movie doesn't romanticize the nomad life. It seems to give a even-handed portrayal, very realistic and non-Hollywood. Okay. Well, I saw it got a nominated for a Hollywood Oscar, I believe. Well, you know, uh, you know, but look, I mean, I got mixed feelings on Bob Wells. I want to like, I think he's done a great service for me and other people. In the other sense, I mean, look, Bob, what people really want to know is how do you do what you do? How do you make the money off the lifestyle? Just talk about that. Because all you got to really do is tell someone how to poop in a bucket and how to camp for free, and go in the middle of nowhere is basically that's how you camp for free, and that's it. I mean, you don't have to repeat that. What he should be repeating is how he formed his LLC, how he works YouTube, how to get an algorithm, what to do. That's what he because that's the hustle. You know, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. It doesn't matter. Like I said, overall, he's a positive person. I mean, at least his portrayal is. So I shouldn't be negative towards him, and I apologize for that. Now, that's wrong of me. Uh, that's not right. And like I said, I got to be more positive. I got to work on being more positive. Okay. And I'll try to do that. Tim, I noticed going from my car to a house is feeling of fresh air, man, for real. Yeah, I mean, what I could tell you is the stagnant air in this hotel is killing me, and I feel it. And the air conditioning is nice, but the stagnant air, especially like in a house or an apartment, when you got windows, you got ceiling fans, you can even circulate that air. In a hotel, it's all stagnant, no windows open, there's no ceiling fan. So I think I'm going to cancel my reservation. Now the question is, where do I go next? You know, last year I was forced to go north with the coronavirus. The year before that, I was exploring. 2 years before that, I was still waiting for a job transfer. And now I'm sitting here in the Bermuda Triangle. And, again, I think that's where it's like, everything is just temporary. That's the truth. The truth is the nomad life is temporary, life is temporary. And we're kind of looking for a permanent fix to keep us permanent and to keep us happy. But the truth is, it's very elusive, and I feel very unsatisfied. But I want to be positive, but I feel unsatisfied. Like you feel like what am I doing? What am I doing in this hotel room? Am I really happy here? What's the alternative? Back in an all-night gas station? What's the alternative to that? Back in an apartment? Back in a house? You know, there's only so many options, guys. I mean, I ran through all the options. I told you I did a lot of it. There's not that many good options. So, it's like, but I don't know. My thoughts tonight are the nomad life itself is not a lie. It's a real lifestyle. Like any lifestyle. It has its good and it has its bad. Okay, so I don't want to say it's a lie. Um, yeah, I just want to say that it's tough over time to, really figure out what your truth is, because it changes. Oh, Daniel, what's up, brother? $5 super chat. Hey, Sam, have you ever been to Dewey Beach in Delaware? No, I've been to Delaware. I've been to a beach in Delaware. I think it was Lowe's, though. And not Lowe's hardware store, but Lowe's, Delaware. I think it was Lowe's Beach. So Delaware is very small, and I have traveled through it. But I think it was Lowe's Beach or something with a D, like DET. And then after that, I went south. I took the scenic route on that. I forgot that highway. And then from there, I went south and I went to Ocean City, Maryland. Then I went over that bridge that goes into Virginia. I forgot what that was. Let me see if I can look it up online. Yeah, now as I'm looking this up too, I'm thinking about, like, Sam, do you want to make this trip again and maybe bring some excitement to your life? Excitement is a double-edged sword. It's exciting to watch. It is exciting to see new things, but it's also like the same crap. You're still going to look for a Starbucks. You're still going to look for a gym. You're still going to look for a place to park, and it's going to be harder on the road than it is in the places that you normally are, because you got to adapt. And now's the time of year where everyone's up there. Yeah, I'm looking at the thing now. So I was at Lowe's, Lewes, and then I took that. I guess that's Route One, and I drove that south. I just said past Ocean City, and then I did a review. You go on that main bridge, the Chesapeake Bridge or whatever it is. And so yeah, it's actually a very nice ride. And it turns into Route 13. Yeah, then you go to Virginia Beach. But it wasn't. Thank you again, Daniel. I don't know. It's like you can see things once, twice, because this is the Nomad lie that it's great to see new scenery. That is truth. But the lie is you can see it once, it's great. You can see it twice, it's okay. But after three times of seeing the same new thing, there's nothing new on. It's like now you're like, well, what should I do? You see the same thing three times in your lifetime. That's enough. You know. So a lot of the fire in the belly from the nomad life to traveler life, it comes from the new experience. But when the new experience is no longer new, it's just a regular experience. It's just like going to the supermarket from wherever you're at. You know what I mean? So, and that's the lie about the nomad life, is that you're, I don't know, like you're never going to get bored, or it's not going to become just a mundane routine like that. I'm looking at the map of the United States. I mean, I can go in the world. I mean, there's some limited travel with the coronavirus. I'm looking at a map of the United States up on my laptop, and I'm looking at every state, and I'm saying, Sam, where do you want to go? Do you want to go anywhere? And I mean, everywhere in the East Coast I've been, there is a little bit drawing me to New Jersey only because my mom's there. So there's always like that. There's always a little bit of a draw there. But the repellent there is you go there, and then after a couple days of seeing your family, then it becomes like, they got their thing, you got your thing, and trying to mesh that is like, it's like oil and vinegar, because everyone's got their own way to live. Timothy, great to see you, man. Roberto, what's up, brother? How you been, man? Thank you for still being a member, man. Suitcase, what's up, man? Go west, young man. Nah. I saw my man, Eternally Inspired. He's going west. He did a road trip from Florida to San Diego. Maybe I get inspired when I see San Diego, but it's a shithole, man. Barren desert land. He drove through El Paso. Some guy was cutting over the four-lane highway. And then he was driving like this stretch of land through New Mexico and Arizona. There's nothing. There's no Starbucks. There's no beach. Now, he likes it. He's like, man, this is beautiful. And I love that he's happy. I'm not mad at him. I love this guy. But I'm saying to myself, I'd be going nuts. I'm trying to think of what would make me more depressed, sitting in this hotel room that doesn't have circulated air, but at least I'm by the beach and I can get up and go to that park, or driving hours through a barren land with no Starbucks, no beach, no, nah, hell no. Nomad life is a lie, unless that's your thing. That's not my thing. I get no inspiration out of looking at dry land. It's like looking at dry cooch. What am I gonna do with that? It's gotta be moist, man. You know. So, good suggestion though, brother. Timothy. I liked the Starcraft camper. And I think it would be a good fit for you. Yeah, well, thank you, Timothy. I looked at the camper, man. It's two problems. One is I got to get a tow vehicle because it's like 3,000 pounds. My Jeep can only tow 2,000. And I go back to, and that's the other thing I was thinking tonight. I said, Sam, you cancel this reservation. What are you gonna do? You go back RV looking? I still think the Class B is the best fit because if I don't get a Class B, I got to spend 40 grand anyway because I got to get a new tow vehicle. My Jeep basically can't tow anything other than a pop-up trailer. I gotta get a new tow vehicle. I gotta get the new travel trailer. It's at least gonna cost me 15. So 25,000 for a car, 15 for the RV travel trailer. I'm at 40. But then I got the recurring fees of the place to park, the campgrounds. With the Class B, I can mix in some stealth and some campgrounds. Now what I can't do with the Class B is I can never DoorDash if I ever needed to. So but I think at this point I may just bite the bullet. I don't know. But then I said to myself, Sam, are you just being impatient? And that money should go towards a condo. But I don't know. I guess this is a little bit of a test too. If I was in my condo for 7 days, how would I feel? Well, it would be obviously a little bit different. One is I would have air circulation in that condo. Two is, I still am not sold. Well, two is, yeah, I guess I'm sold on this area of Florida, on certain areas of Florida. Because I'm not sold on like just traveling. Because I'm looking at in front of me. I'm looking at the map of the United States. Now it says as a nomad, I could go anywhere, but I visualize where I've been. I visualize what I've seen from areas I haven't been, and then I said to myself, where do I really want to go? The only place that has any allure is San Diego. But to be honest with you, San Diego is just a different version of Miami. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's got a little bit different vibe, a little bit different temperature, but it's like, I'm already there. So, teach their own. But I don't know, man. But Marcel, hey Sam, thanks again for the shout out yesterday. Ah, so love, man. You're doing great, man. Congratulations again on passing your test. I'm very proud of you, man. And I appreciate you just being a positive person, man. Like I said, I'm trying to be more positive. I mean, I know I'm sharing a little bit here, but I have to share. I have to let it out because I'm a little bit in this funk, where the answers are just so unclear, man. And I said to myself, if I get a Class B, am I really screwing myself long term? Because I've made a lot of short term decisions just to keep me going, right? And you pay for short term decisions in the long run. However, if I make a long term decision, I don't know if that's going to make me happy either. Savat, what's up, brother? Shout out to Jacksonville. He goes, condo will make you money in the long run. You're right. Thank you for that gracious tip. Shout out to you and shout out to Jacksonville. No, you're right. I do regret not getting that condo that I had an opportunity to. It's under contract now with a different person. But I can't go backwards. But I would say I probably made a mistake there. Yeah, probably, but I don't know, man. In one sense, though, I still do like the idea of some flexibility. I just don't know how much. And am I tired of the nomad life? Well, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of a lot of things in life, though. It's not just the nomad life. So that's why I'm trying to pull myself out of this funk. Because obviously, I think a condo is different than a hotel. If I was settling in a condo, there'd be a little bit more of a flow. I'm still a little bit like out of flow in a hotel because it's a temporary thing. It's not permanent. Um, but I think this may be my last night in this hotel, man. I just you know, will I regret that? Because then I'm like I say, can I vision myself tomorrow night going live from a Starbucks, gas station, whatever? I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing, man. All I know is I'm just taking it one day at a time. Thank you again. Suitcase, back to the comments. Thinking about heading to Cali, Sam. Local 6 in San Francisco is 75 an hour, double time Saturday. Yeah, well, that's awesome. If they have open books, meaning that, in the electrical union, if they have openings for out of towners and you can get work easy, that'd be great. But make sure you check that before you travel across the country because that may not be the case. And then the other thing is you're going to have to figure out, what you're going to do for housing because, obviously, unless you're going to be a nomad there, but that's very expensive part of, California as far as cost of living. Most of California is. So, and of course, like anywhere, if it's your first time going, you're going to have to figure out the ins and outs. And, you're going to spend quite a bit to travel there. But look, if you're in that season of life where you want to explore and you want to go down there, it may be a good thing. But that's the other thing too. Like always being an out of towner, as far as with the electrical union, usually they always give you the crappier jobs too. So you have to think about all that. Marcel, I'm gonna be making videos consistently moving forward. Well, I know it's not easy, brother. And I know I was busting your chops yesterday. I love you. And I was just trying to do it to always try to reinforce the point that consistency is the main thing in life. But we all have our pros and our cons. We all have our failures. I have mine. Um, it is true that YouTube comes a little bit naturally for me. It fits a little bit my gift of verbal communication. So it's like when Michael Jordan screams at someone it's like if I played with Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan was screaming at me to play like him. I'm not gonna play like Michael Jordan. I love to. I love basketball. When I was growing up, I was hoping I would be a player, NBA player, but it wasn't the case. So, all I can tell you is that it doesn't have to be necessarily with YouTube if that's not your thing. But definitely if personal training is your thing, then the main thing is just be consistent. So because that's the recipe that allows you to at least make some progress in areas of your life that you want to. Kathy, hey Sam, how are you feeling? I feel depressed. I feel down, but I want to stay positive because when I feel that way, what you guys know, I've been in a funk past couple months. I mean, I have my good days though, still, and I'm sure you guys got your own problems. But the problem with the nomad life is eventually you get to a crossroads where you say, "What do I want to do?" Um, and the short-term stays at the hotel, the constantly being on the road, it's like there's no rhythm after a certain point. In the beginning, you're just running off pure passion, adrenaline, etc. And so now, you know, it's like, excuse me, I'm not really running off that. But I think that I'm gonna probably cancel this long-term hotel stay because I really don't feel like all I'm doing is buying time. So I don't know. I haven't figured it out, Kathy. ESP, thank you for your positive comment here, ESP. You didn't make a mistake if you weren't feeling the decision. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, ESP, for your positivity. I've been struggling with indecision. Um, mainly because there's a lot of things up in my life in the air that, for me to put down roots here, it would be good for me if other areas of my life, were closed. But like I said, I don't know, I still want some flexibility to go visit my mom. But at the same time, again, that's what kind of keeps me from wanting to really go up to New Jersey now. It's like, that's an idea, not a reality. The idea is you go up there and everything's great, but the reality is it's not going to be the case. So, is the idea to get do I like to live in an RV more than a condo? I don't know. It depends the community. What I really liked about that condo was it was in a good community for like walking and working out. The problem with the RV is, I could probably park it in a public park all day, but then at night I'm driving it around, I'm going campgrounds and stuff. And that may be an option because look, I've never had an RV where I can go to like any campground and just park there at night and then go to a public park during the day. So, but I definitely want fresh air. What I don't like about this hotel is that when I'm in the hotel, there's no fucking fresh air, and that's killing me. I feel like I get a headache. I get like I love the air conditioner, but I don't like the lack of fresh air. Suitcase. Always call the hall. Yep. Did it 6 years ago. Stayed in my truck. I know the game. You got it. I'm a trampo, bro. Adapt. You got it, man. Yep. I apologize if you already got it. Sounds like you got it. Good job, man. Yeah, I never really traveled out of my I think I worked out of a couple different locals in New Jersey, but I never was really a big traveler like you. So you know the game better than me then. You know, what is the and now the game with the Nomad Life is, similar to working. Excuse me. Make sure my booger's gone. Similar to working like out of a hall for a union is, you got to call these campgrounds and you got to make sure there's openings because now, especially still with limited travel with the coronavirus as far as international and airlines, everyone's on the road with your RVs. And to get it's like you get an RV, you spend a lot of money, and then you're one of many who are doing the same thing, and now you're struggling to get into openings. The one good thing about the car or the van life is that I'm not subject to that availability. I could just make my own way. But the negative with the car or the van life is, guys, I mean, you're living this very basic primitive life. Crazy for Christ, what's up? Hey, love you, buddy. Well, love back to you. Thank you very much for that gracious tip. Thank you, Crazy for Christ. Good to have you in here, man. Love to you and appreciation. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, did I know you're in love with Christ, and I believe in Jesus. But I've been talking bad. I've been getting upset past couple days, man, cursing God, man. I don't know why too. I just get agitated, man. And like I'm very positive with people. Uh, and like I said, there's this one troll guy, horrible mental health. He keeps following me. He follows other people too. And I said to myself, man, this guy is just a disaster, right? But I said to myself, man, I mean, I feel pain like him, but I don't take it out on other people. I just talk to myself. And I don't know, man. I don't know. But all I could tell you is I'm thankful and I want to stay positive. I want to share these negative thoughts. There was this one popular YouTuber nomad called Slim Potato Head. I never really watched him because not my style. He has like a he makes like these cinematic videos. He traveled out of like an A-liner travel trailer, towed it with a small Jeep, I think. But he's been off YouTube for about 2 months, and he would upload consistently. So supposedly the reason he's off YouTube was he had a personal issue. So he's basically said that he doesn't want to share his personal issues. He doesn't want to share any negativity because he wants his channel to be all about positivity. But that's a lie. That's not life. And that's not the nomad life. That's not the regular life. I think anyone who does that is a complete fraud and should be blacklisted, at least in my mind, because if you only share the good part of life, then what about all the people struggling that need to know that they feel the bad parts too? But he's one of these liars that he will only make a video when he's happy and everything's going good. Now, I don't know. Maybe he'll come back on and share. No, he doesn't have to share because if there was some personal things going on in my life that I didn't want to share, I wouldn't. But I think if you're going to share your life publicly, you don't have to tell all your private stuff because I believe in some privacy, but you have to at least have a level of balance of good and bad experiences because that's life. If not, now I know like even Disney movies have good and bad. It's like so. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tim says, is he literally following you? Yeah, he stays following me. He creates all these profiles. He leaves crazy comments. He follows a lot of people. He's a professional troll. He's got deep psychological problems. What are you gonna do? Smith and West, what's up, man? I'm on the verge of cutting off my mother. The last branch to the family tree. But the thing is, if I do, I will feel weird just being myself in the wilderness. Well, thank you for sharing, Smith and West. It's a tough call, man. I paid a price, like always share for the Nomad Life. My father thought it was totally crazy, and that just it brought up other stuff. But like that was the main thing that caused some tension. And sometimes I say to myself, Sam, was it worth the price you paid to be a nomad? For me it was because it's part of my journey. But certainly I would have did well to just stay in New Jersey and to keep my house, keep index funds, never do anything risky. But at the same time, look, I wanted to. I wanted to experience life. I'm happy about Florida. But that's a big negative. That if look, you do and maybe you're not cutting her off because of the nomad life, but what I want to tell you is when you're living as a nomad with no attachments, and especially if you're in the wilderness and you've cut everyone off, it's an eerie feeling. Okay, it's not a free feeling; it's an eerie feeling. However, look, if your mom, if the relationship with your mom is unhealthy, then you got to do what you got to do, whether you're a nomad or whether you're living a regular life. No matter what, it's not going to be an easy decision. But you can't keep living an unhealthy life. Um, even as I have overall been very fortunate where I have a good relationship with my mom. But even me, I'm very cautious on what boundaries I need to maintain for my well-being and for hers, right? Um, and thank God my mom, one good part is, she allows me to explore, to figure out what I want to do with my life. Some parents don't let their children do that. So my whole argument was if I am not parking in your house, if I'm not living under your rule, if I'm not asking you for something, I should be able to do what I want. And I was. I mean, I've been on my own since young. I mean, I got help, but I've been on my own, working, taking care of my own. But what happens is, and sometimes especially with parents or family, is that once you become like, in your 30s and 40s and you worked and now you're on your own, you're self-sufficient, if you decide to cut ties, they pull back all the times they helped you. Well, remember when I helped you in high school? Remember when I helped you in your 20s? Because everyone needs help in high school in their 20s. I mean, your parents are the reason you're born. You need help to become self-efficient. But what happens is if you have a fallout with your parents, especially middle age, is they're going to bring up stuff that times they helped you. And so now you either got to eat that and play their game, or you got to say, well, look, if you only had me to hold that over my head, we're never going to break bonds. And then there's some people that play that guilt trip game. We're all connected. We're all cells. I mean, give me a break. I mean, these people got such unhealthy relationships. And, but I don't know. You can't get away from people. Even if you're in the wilderness, I mean, you have to go for food eventually. You may have to go to the hospital at some point. You may need to go to the dentist. You got to go fill up gas. We can't get away from people. It's true. I mean, we can shield from people. You don't have to live in a city. You can live again in the country. Um, you don't have to live in a condo where you can hear your neighbors knocking on the wall. You can live in a fully self-contained RV. I was watching a guy today. He is in his 70s and he decided to go back on the road. And he went back on the road. He's got a fully self-contained RV motorhome, and he goes to this public park that has free RV parking. And two people, they sit right next to his RV. It's a public park. So you think you're free. Now you can go somewhere else, but he's been driving all day. Okay. And he cut his hand hooking up his tow vehicle. So, you think, the nomad life is going to be this life where, yeah, if I don't like it, I just start my car, I just hitch my car. But, what happens, when you have a day where you go to hitch your car or hitch your tow vehicle, you cut your hand, maybe you need stitches. You're going to need to be around people. What happens if you go to a campground or if you go to a public park and people next to you are unruly? Yeah, you can start your car, but after driving on the road for 4 or 5 hours, you may not want to. And then you may start to curse the nomad life. But look, you can be in a hotel. And, I have an option to stay for 30 days. I mean, I'm fortunate that I have the resources to stay that long without a problem. Um, but I don't know, there's something dull about this, but there's something tiresome about the road. Okay. Again, people who only been on the road for a short period of time, they don't understand because it's a short time. Um, but this is just I want to share some honesty with you tonight. Thank you, Marcel. He says you made the right decision, in my humble opinion. Well, I appreciate that positive comment, man. Very gracious of you. Crazy for Christ. Yeah. Go get us pizza. It's crazy. Thank you again, Crazy for Christ. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Now, see, that's a simple pleasure of being in a hotel. I go to a separate room, use the restroom. Even if I was doing this broadcast from a Class B, I probably couldn't do that. Just go to the bathroom and so everything has a pro and a con. Everything has a good and a bad. You pay a price for everything. Suitcase, Sam. When you go back to your keep, it's going to feel like home. Oh, my Jeep. Yeah, I spent some adequate amount of time today in it just to see if I wanted to go fully back in it. You'll have fresh air again. Well, I definitely miss that. It's a difference. I agree. Oh yeah, people will also park right next to give and take. There's no doubt about it. Like being outdoors more, I felt it today because I kind of did like a test run today. I was like, man, if I let me kind of act like I'm back in my Jeep, and there was a higher energy, which I liked. I like that. That's the part of Nomad Life I like. I like the fresh air. I like being in the public parks. But the negative is, I get wore out with the people, and you can't get away from people. And look, it's getting hot, especially in Florida, and so um, you know, the bottom line is it's just like there's no answer. That's the bottom line. Like if you're on this road trip, especially if you're just taking off, like you have the answer. The answer is just go on your road trip, right? You're going to this park, you're going to that place, you have destinations, right? So for me, I look at that like I can go anywhere. Where do I want to go? I don't want to go anywhere. Um, I don't want to stay indoors. And then I came up with the conclusion, well, then you get the RV and just travel around Florida, travel around just small areas. That's possibility. But it is hard. Um, Look, I probably just gonna have to eat the cost. Long term, that's probably a bad decision financially. Um, and I've made a lot of short term decisions lately, just buying time. Uh, but I think I'd be okay. I mean, I still don't think it's a disastrous decision if I do the RV, even though it's a somewhat short term. Look, if I get a Class B, obviously I want it to last at least 5, 10 years without any major issues. Um, will it? I think you get like a 2-year warranty, $100,000 transmission thing warranty from Dodge. You know, uh, like I said, a travel trailer just can't see because the biggest lie with that is you are not free. You're tied to campgrounds. You're not pulling the travel trailer up in the Starbucks drive-through. You're not pulling that up in a public park and just chilling. Not most of them. So, it's like if I'm going to get a travel trailer, I'm basically saying I'm married to campgrounds. I don't want to get, I don't want to get married. Um, so, that's kind of why it eliminates it for me. I know there's some exceptions for people who uh, like that idea of boondocking, like on BLM land, desert land, stuff like that, and teach their own. But that's not me, either. So, and that's the lie, is that there's this free camping. Look, even when you can self park for free, there's a price you pay for that, and you're really not. Even though I sleep good, like I say, though, you just get caught in this algorithm, where you're in these parking lots, okay, and cops doing the patrol, they're running the plates, and you're always a little bit on edge. You're always waking up early. I don't know, man. The temperature is always going to be a little bit off. So, again, you're in that cat and mouse game. That's all, when you're in that stealth, you're cat and mouse in it. And it could be okay for a little bit, but it gets tiresome, because you want to kind of be somewhere where no one can even say anything to you. Like, this is my space. And if you're saying something to me in my space, you're really out of line. But when you're not in your space, people have a right to do anything. Park next to you, pull you over, um, you know, play their music next to you, sit next to you, do whatever. This is that shared space. Some people don't like an HOA because it's a share. It's basically rules about your space and shared space. But when you're in a public area, whether Walmart parking lot, campground, whatever, guys, there's there's HOA rules. Even if they're not HOA rules, they're rules, or there's lack of rules, which creates chaos. So it's like, that's the lie about the nomad life is that, there is this life where you're gonna go somewhere and there's not rules. There's that place in California. What is it called? There's no rules. And it's like chaos. A lot of drug addicts and stuff like that. I forgot the name of the land. No one goes there anymore. It's a dump. But all that being said, guys, do I want to stay Mentos? Do I want to stay? Is this my last night in this hotel? It feels like it is. Because I feel like, you know, just enough. The bad part is, you know, Slab City, yeah, that's it. ESP, you nailed it. Yeah, lawless place. Location means a lot, right? Like ESP's in Alaska. So, temperature's very cold there, even now in May. But, maybe there's more places to park. I don't know. But I know ESP, she did a video of like Walmart and people parking there. And it looked like the same Walmarts from all over the country. The destitute parking there or the nomads parking there. Cat and mouse game. Don't matter if you're in Alaska or South Florida. And I don't know. We just getting through life one day at a time. That's all I'm doing right now. It's 9 p.m. I got 3 hours to decide if I'm going to cancel my 30-day reservation to this hotel. I probably will. I don't know if I could see myself in here for 30 more nights. Smith& and West, thank you. Knows you're fortunate to have your mom, yes. But if you didn't, how would you deal with the eerie feeling of being that was the last family you talked to? It's tough to say. Like I said, I don't really talk to any other family members on a regular basis at all. Um, you know, Hard to say because I didn't grow up. We all have our own experiences growing up, right? So I can't walk in your shoes, so I couldn't give you a fair answer. But you haven't walked in my shoes, right? So how would you deal with being on the road for 4 years with basically no contact with anyone, basically living on your own. Yeah, you talk to your mom every day, but you're on your own, So again, it's like we all have our own experience. So I couldn't honestly and fairly answer that because then I would be putting myself in your shoes, and that's not right. Um, and vice versa. But I would just say this: the only thing I can say is that if having your mom in your life is creating your an unhealthy, more negative life for you, I mean, you have no choice, right? So because it's like I'm not saying that cutting off your mom will make your life better, but I'm saying if you know that having your mom in your life is already making your life worse, then you know, uh, it's not an easy answer, but I would definitely, you know, you got to figure out how you want to live. But I don't want to assume, again, that I've walked in your shoes. I just want to say, hopefully, some way my words helped you, and I empathize that you're in a tough spot and it's a tough decision. So I don't want to look past that. All I can tell you, man, is do the best you can. Not easy. Timothy. Walmart is kicking people out of their parking at their stores by the Great Lakes states. It makes sense. I mean, more and more, even in the 4 years I've been a nomad, Walmarts have definitely cracked down. I don't stay at them that much, to be honest with you, at all anymore. So, um, but again, you got more people on the road. You got less places to park. To me, look, it's again the lie is well, it's not a lie. Look, for some people, it's a transition. For some people, it's their only option, and for some people, uh, it's a Bermuda Triangle. You know, it's something that started off with a good intention, with a good reason, and it helped. But then you get to a point where, what do you want to do now? Just keep going? I'm probably going to keep doing a nomad life because, you know, I always go back to what are my alternatives, you know. Um, so, like I said, the home base thing, uh, it's a possibility. And like I said, I have a little bit of a regret on the other home base I didn't go through with, but I don't know. I think too. There's a season right now where it's May, and it's not the height of summer, and it's not fall. So I think I would feel better if it was like towards the end of summer, and I knew no matter what, it's time for me to travel. Because that's the one of the big things with the nomad life, right? Is it's seasonality because there's a level of movement with the weather. So right now it's like late spring, okay? In Florida it's like summer. So for me to travel up north, I get cooler temperatures, but I guess the question with me going up north, I mean, temperature-wise, it makes sense now, at least till July. Once it hits July, in middle of July, it's just as hot up north as it is anywhere else, unless you're in the mountains. So, if I go up north now as a nomad, I'll get about a month and a half worth of good camping weather. The problem is, I know because I've done it, the campgrounds are going to be packed. Again, seeing my mom will be great initially, but then after 2 weeks, there's going to be problems with my siblings. It's going to be too crowded in in Jersey, and I'm going to get frustrated. I'm going to be going to Starbucks waiting 20 minutes. The line's around the corner. Everyone's going to the beach. I got to wait for someone else to pump my gas. And so I don't know. Backlog comments. Suitcase, Sam, brother. Let's tool up and hit the road. Yeah, right. We can ride to work together. Oh, I remember those days. No, thank you. We can split a room and save money. A lot of people, I was saying to myself, man, a lot of people afford these rooms, but then I looked around. Most people who stay at hotels, unless they're there for business, they're staying with multiple people, two, three, sometimes four people. And then, obviously, most of them are splitting the room. So that's true. I hate it too. Follow your heart, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Love to you, brother, and God bless you. Marcel, $5 Eurozone chat. As an adult, thank you. As an adult, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Don't give in to negativity. Empower yourself. No, it's a good quote, man. I appreciate your positivity, Marcel. You're very positive. I know it's not easy to be positive on yourself. I know a lot of positive people. It's easy to be kind to other people, hard to be kind to yourself. So I pray that you're able to be kind to yourself. And like I said, I'm catching myself these past couple days, man. When I'm by myself talking bad to myself, like, oh, I hate this. So, yeah, I definitely got to, you definitely, as a human, you got to stay productive. You got to keep a flow of the day. And I think, staying in a hotel was definitely good for a few days because, especially after the second shot of the vaccine, it was good for me to rest. And I definitely enjoyed it. Now I'm kind of like I'm breaking my flow, so it's either like I'm going to create a whole new flow of the hotel life, which some of it I like, some of it I don't. The biggest thing I like about living in a hotel is at the end of the night, it's a no-brainer. I got somewhere safe, legal, I got temperature control, and that's a huge weight off my mind, man. The worst thing is a little bit of I'm a trapped animal, you know what I mean? I feel like a caged animal that I'm kind of like sucked in. Um, the nomad life is, yeah, I'm free as a bird. And the bad part is, I'm flying and everyone's looking for a turkey dinner. And so, guys, they hunt birds. So I gotta watch out, for the bigger birds, that swoop down and get you. I gotta watch out for the predators. Remember, when you're living a free life, you have to worry more about the predators, okay? Because, that's what the wildlife worry about. They don't worry about, Walmart security, even though that's part of it, they worry about the predators. And not that I don't really don't feel unsafe on the road. I do feel a little bit more unsafe always driving. But I will be honest, like today I spent more time in the Jeep than I did the past few days, and I felt more alive on the open road than I certainly did just like walking around by the hotel. So, it's the risk reward, man. It's life. And I think, that's what I probably struggle with a little bit too, is like I'm a realist. So as a realist, man, I see life for what it is, which is not all bad, but it's definitely not all good. It's definitely not all good. So it's like, you know, however, I have to stay positive. I can't let myself go negative. That's only going to hurt me more and hurt everyone that hears me more. So I want to share with you that I feel this negative energy and that it is there. It's not an illusion. However, I want to also share with you is I'm not going to just give into that and go more negative. I'm going to try to, resist that or rise above that or whatever you want to call it and just try to go forward one day at a time, one step at a time because, it's not going to help me. It's not going to help you, uh, you know, by just giving in the negativity. Not, so, you know, back live comments. Thank you, everyone. Um, yeah, Marcel saw a video about that ESP. Oh yeah, about Slab City. Suitcase, different town, same game. Nomad life. Dancing emoji. I'm not mad at you, man. Enjoy yourself. Marcel Timothy. Wow. Suitcase. Having a low profile vehicle is key. You can park just about anywhere. Well, I got a low profile vehicle. No one really looks at a Jeep Renegade like someone's living or camping in it. But like I said, when you have a vehicle parked somewhere with window covers or reflectix. You know, and it's not that low key. At the same time, look, you have to know the cops game. You know, when cops patrol at night, they they look at the license plates of all the cars in certain areas. Um, you know, and so look, at most 9 out of 10 times, no one's gonna bother you as long as you ain't bother no one else. But like I said, it just wears on you, man. You know, and it's just been something been in my mind. That wasn't in my mind in the beginning of my nomadic journey. And so now that it's in my mind, um, it's just something I'm not at peace with. So when you're not at peace with something, you can't do it. So I don't know. I'm tired of the whole stealth thing. Initially I love the stealth thing. I love a stealth. I love the word stealth. I believe in that philosophy, fly under the radar. But at a certain point too, I don't want to be stealth. I want to be able to say, look, this is my spot. Don't bother me. I don't bother you. And that's one sense. That's why I've been looking like, well, maybe I'll just get to Class B because then I'm going to sometimes campgrounds and I'm like, yo, this is my spot. And and then even if I'm stealth parking, obviously it's more obvious because I'm in a Class B. But in one sense, I feel like, well, I'm in a Class B, so it's like, it's like that. The van itself, like ESP shares, it does have more privacy than a regular car. Um, and it's like I think it's a little bit more understandable. Someone catch you parking in a Class B van because it's like that's a motorhome. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. ESP at suitcase, so true. I just park anywhere. A SUV would park. I rotate so no one is suspicious. I guarantee you, ESP and everyone watching, I guarantee you, if you're in the same town or the same couple towns, people know who you are. The local nomads know who you are. The cops know who you are because they do their rounds at night, and the nomads all go to the same spots. And you fly under the radar for a little bit, and the cops or people may not ever bother you because you're not bothering anyone else and you follow the right protocol. But you are on the radar. That's my experience, is that there is a level of awareness on who's moving around where, especially in today's world, where everything is monitored with cameras and like I say, cops are always running plates just do spot checks. So, especially like I say, if you're going to be in that town for more than 1 or 2 days. Now, it does help if you switch up spots every couple days, every other day. But even that, because again, humans are creatures of habit. I guarantee you have some type of habit. You go to the same spot on Tuesday, you go to the same spot on Friday. And and if you don't have those habits, you will, because humans will revert to habitual choices because it's more comfortable. You won't change your routine every week, every day for weeks on end. And so, eventually over time, not initially, eventually over time, that's where the target comes from. That's where the awareness comes from because it's like anything. It's like when a criminal scopes out a house or a robbery, they scout that usually for weeks to see the habits. You know what I mean? So I don't think Freddy Krueger's out there scouting people. And to be honest with you, in my experience, unless the cops have a mandate from the township or the sheriff, they're not out there looking to bust chops for someone stealth parking. Especially if you're not causing a problem. But what I'm trying to share with you is, I'm aware that they're aware. Um, and so like even though I know that I carry myself a proper way. I know I do proper things. I know, like, most cases, unless there's a mandate, I'm not good. I don't bother other people. No one's gonna bother me. But I just become aware of this awareness, and it bothers me, even if they don't bother me. And you know, that's part of that nomad life. Good to see you. Good to see you, Adam. Let me get to everyone's comment. Um, Thank you again, Marcel, for the positive quote, man. Love to you. Love to everyone. Thank you, Marcel. That's the hardest. Yeah, positive self-talk, no doubt, and acceptance of the parts of yourself you can't change. Plus, kicking out any thoughts, people, situations that hurt you. And that's a good comment. It's true. And he goes, I'll admit I have been struggling with negative thoughts off and on the last few months. No, I appreciate you sharing that, brother. And again, I'm sorry if I was a little bit rough last night. I certainly was not meaning it to be negative towards you. I thought about that today, so I hope I wasn't too negative towards Marcel. I was just, I always use the point of consistency, though. Love to you, man. Suitcase. That's true. The locals always recognize newbies. Look, guys and girls, it's like there's only so many spots in the town. There's only so many gyms, there's only so many Starbucks, there's only so many public parks. So, I mean, it's like, no matter what town you're in, even big town, small town, even more so, obviously, in a small town. So, the nomadic life is meant for movement. And like I say, if I was on my journey where I was still traveling, it makes sense. But I'm a seasonal traveler now, and even seasonal. My biggest debate now is like, yeah, should I head up north now? If I head up north now, it'll be some more excitement and it'll be less aggravation because I'll just take my time. I'll pick spots, but there's nothing for me there. That's the problem. I know it's there, and it's a little bit depressing to know what the end game is. And the part of the excitement of the nomad life is you don't know what's next. Everything's new. But this is the biggest lie. After you have traveled to the areas you want to travel, there's nothing new. And so now you don't have this adrenaline. What you have is repetitive. And you have to ask yourself, well, how long do I want to do this? How long do I want to put up with the drama of the nomad? Nomad life is drama, because you're in the public, and the public is drama. It's not this sedative life. This hotel life is boring, man, but it's safe. There's nothing to it. I go to the bathroom whenever I want, temperature control whenever I want, take a nap whenever I want. I hate naps. And so it's like, thank you, Timothy. Good to see you, Frank and Kat. So yeah, let's go back to live comments. But yeah, I just like to share with you guys how I feel, and that's how I feel tonight. Like I said, I may cancel my reservations for the next 30 days in this hotel. But my biggest dilemma is then what do I do? Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna stay positive. ESP. I know some of the local nomads know me. Oh yeah, I remember that one guy had a little bit of a mental problem. He spotted you in the rest area. Remember that video? He goes, I often get the knowing smile from other car lifers. Yep. And van lifers. But for the most part, I'm under the radar. Well, ESP, the one good thing about you is that you're very intelligent. You're a very intelligent woman. I know that from your videos. I know that from our conversations. So I have full confidence in you that you'll always be fine because you get life. You have common sense. You have book smarts. So you have what it takes to live on the road. And you also are not stubborn. Sometimes I'm stubborn. You'll get off the road if there's a real issue, if there's a real threat, whether temperature, whether whatever, logistical. Like I say, sometimes I struggle with that. Like, I'll just stay on the road. And so you'll be okay. Adam, good evening, Sam. Hey, brother. Came home to more family drama. I'm sorry, brother. I need a beer. Adam, God bless you, man. I don't know how you stay positive, man, because you got a lot on you. I know you got a lot. And that's why I said to myself, Sam, stay positive because everyone's got, some people got bigger issues than me. So, Adam, all I can tell you is I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you still laughing. And I understand, man. I totally get it, man. Like I said, man, I understand people who, even me, like a couple times, past couple days, I had some comfort food, like nothing, um, Like not like fried chicken or Chinese food, but just like too much healthy food, too many calories. And I understand, man. It's like, all the stress, you need something to give you, some type of relief. Um, DC, 4.99 super chat. Sam, maybe plan D, do nothing for now is the best option. Wait out hurricane season and hot weather. Make a decision in the new season after October. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, thank you, DC. Have been trying to say to myself that I know that, yeah, in the fall, in September and October, that's when like everything resets. And I think society is going to be in a little bit different place too, because I think like a lot of things are going to be different in the fall. I think either we're going back to normal or not. And so, but, and that's why I said, I'm kind of doing nothing now. I mean, renting this hotel was just like a supplemental plan D, like plan E. Um, but I'm saying, like I said, I had to think tonight, do I want to cancel this hotel? Because I don't know if I want to be here for 30 days. So I go back in the Jeep, I do plan D. It's hot. It's not too hot, but it's hot. Um, but I gotta figure out, how to get through, June, July, August. By the time August comes, I'll be starting to migrate up north. So I really got to kill like 2 months. And I don't know, maybe I should just keep the hotel then, man. Uh, you know, because that's my that's the give and the take. It's like if I give up the hotel room, what am I doing, man? I don't know. Thank you, man, for the pot. Thank you for the tip, man. Thank you, DC. Um, Frank and Cat, good evening again. Frank and Cat, love to you. Appreciate you. My man Timothy. I appreciate how you always keep the conversation real. Well, thank you, Timothy. I really appreciate that, man. Appreciate your positive support. Yeah, guys and girls. I mean, look, I always try to give you guys the honest moment that I'm in. Like I say, I am consciously trying to stay positive, but I also am honestly sharing some of the negative parts about life. So it's like it is that balance that I want to, do both. But I know that everyone has their own problems, so we don't need to go super negative, all right? Because I don't want to make life harder for any of us. Let's just try to stay positive as best we can. Marcel, you weren't negative, quite the opposite. I am motivated to make content consistently from now on. I think I'll be documenting my transition to the US. Well, that'll help a lot of people, man, because a lot of people want to know the ins and outs. Like I say, people watch YouTube for a few reasons. They want information, they want entertainment, or they want inspiration. Information, entertainment, or inspiration. And so, one of those three. I mean, obviously, if you can do all three, that's awesome. But remember, if you're doing a video, the first reason I started to watch YouTube was for tutorials. How do you wire a three-way switch? How do you change a toilet bowl? Um, you know, so you say, well, I don't know how to change the toilet bowl. I don't know how to wire a three-way switch. Well, do you know how to give a blowjob? Do a video about that. Some of you do a great job at giving a blowjob. You should do a video. So, look, the biggest way to go in a viral algorithm is if you have a thumbnail picture of like a half naked chick. It's true. The key is it can't be too pornographic where it gets flagged, but it's got to show like side of an ass cheek, side of a boob. So believe me, guy, if I was a hot chick, I'd be hustling this shit out there. Because what are you gonna do? You shake what your mama gave you. Okay. So again, so what do you do if you're not hot? Well, how do you wear plus size clothing? And like I did a video, guys, about what do when I'm big, what do I do to keep my thighs from rubbing together? Baby powder. Okay. So for all my big people with the thunder thighs, you got to get you some baby powder and you got to periodically put it on your thighs, especially if it's hot. So all I can tell you guys is talk about what you know. Okay. So whether it's slapping baby powder in between your thunder thighs, giving a blowjob balls deep, wiring a three-way switch. Um, I know there's this one troll from Sarasota, Florida. He was a nice guy for a while, but then he turned to a complete disaster. Real political junkie, another Trumpy. Um, he got upset. Oh, I don't even talk about. But this guy, I went on his channel. Okay, most of his channel was about defending Zimmerman. The guy Zimmerman who killed Trayvon Martin. That was most of his channel. But he had this one video that went. He had a couple 100,000 views. It was about coding, computer coding. He was a very smart guy. Very smart guy, and he was helping people. A lot of people gave feedback like, man, what a great video. It was a great video for people who know how to do coding or help coding. But most of his channel was complete trash because it was all about politics, or he couldn't help himself. Here he is. This guy could have helped the world. He could have made a fortune. He could have did the double blessing where you use your gift, you help others, and you get rewarded for it. But you know what he did? He gave into negativity. The videos were about politics, race, whatever. And I'm saying to myself, like, if you want to talk about that, talk about it, but you have to do it in a way that's edifying. And, look, you got to stay focused on your gift, man. So, but he's just a nasty motherfucker. So, what is he going to edify? He can't edify nothing. Yeah, so, just a psychopath, man. I don't know. Like even this other guy, man, Gifted Green, guy's a complete nut job, man. Hate to say it. But what do you say to someone you can't say anything to? Nothing. You can't say anything to these people. And but I mean I do have peace because I know they troll people that basically have more positive channels than me. And I said, man, if you trolling someone that has that type of positive channel, you're just mentally insane. You're mentally insane. And that's just some people in life. There's no lie. That's real life. Well, let's stay positive. Read that. Let me go back to live comments. Suitcase says at Marvel Forward. Tim, you ever tried a mountain sleeping bag in the winter, man? Yeah, when I was living in my car in New Jersey, I had a sleeping bag, 20-degree Fahrenheit sleeping bag from Walmart. That held me down for a couple cold-ass winters in Florida. I slept in negative below weather a few times. Marcel, thanks. You're very gracious to me. I want to leave my past, my parents' divorce, and other drama. I understand this behind and build a life on my own terms. I totally get it. Thank you for sharing. ESP tells me that too sometimes. Like I ask her about, like, share something about your past, and she goes, Sam, I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about the advance. And that's all right. I made that mistake. I was dating this MILF, and I was like, well, tell me about, your ex-husband. Tell me about why the marriage didn't work out. I was trying to do, it's just like, Sam, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk, I don't, they don't want to talk about painful past. So, I was too immature. I didn't understand that. Now as I get older, I kind of want to talk less about the hard stuff too. Um, you know, I don't know, man. As I get older, man, happiness is harder to find, man. But I want to stay positive. It still is overall, look, it's just, I have a lot to be thankful for. I got to go back to that. Um, and some of my problems are just regular little life problems. Some of my own mistakes, and everyone I've met a lot of different people from a lot of walks of life, and everyone's got something. Even if they got no money problems, they got family problems. If they got no family problems, maybe they got money problems. If they got no family problems and they got no money problems, maybe they got health problems. It's like, everyone's got something, so you gotta just remember that so you don't get too down on your own situation. Thank you, DC, for the gracious tip and for the good recommendation. Tim, I bought a 30, what does that mean? A negative 30 sleeping bag. Oh, man, that's pretty heavy duty, man. Yeah, it's a furnace. I can see that, man. I didn't know they made them that legit. Yeah, that'd be good for like definitely if you were in like Alaska or like a very cold area. I can understand it. Where you at, Tim? ESP. What has been your go-to meal for hotel life? Good question, man. I went to the supermarket, ESP. Like tonight, I had some salmon and I had some Dollar Tree mixed vegetables. And then I had some veggie chips I bought at the dollar store. So the night before that, what I had some Alaskan crab and I had some mixed vegetables with some chips. The night before that, I had some grilled chicken and salad and Goya beans. So I still eat pretty healthy. Like I'm not eating any trash, but I'm eating a lot of calories. So now, when I'm working out, but the biggest thing I think I want is, I guess, look, I guess the home base does make sense, man. It does. I hate to say it, but the biggest thing I want just a little place. I'm not attached to anyone, and I want to be able to have my workout equipment, and I want to be able to go for a walk in a safe area. Because I said to myself, like, what brings me the most happiness during the course of the day? Well, I really enjoy a good workout. I really enjoy going for a walk in a nice area. Um, and then I really enjoy, like, say being by the beach or going to the pool. That's what I enjoy. I really don't enjoy like just, I like driving, but not like long time. And Brandon, $5 super chat. Thank you, man. How you feeling? Started video late. Thank you, Brandon, for the tip. Thank you for joining, man. Yeah, I feel disillusioned a little bit because I'm at the end of my nomad life, and I'm at the end of my hotel stay, right? So, right now, I initially only booked a hotel for 6 nights, and I'm going on my sixth night tonight. So checkout's tomorrow. And so what I did yesterday or the day before is I booked another reservation starting tomorrow for 30 days. And so initially I was excited about that because, well, next month I ain't got to worry about nothing. But as I was sitting here today, I said, Sam, do you really want to be in this hotel? I'll be in a different room because I got to change rooms. But I said, do you really want to be in this hotel for 30 days? And in one sense, the answer is no. But in the other sense, the answer is, well, what do you want to go? Do I really want to go back to parking lots or campgrounds? I don't think so. So, I'm in this, which I've been in this funk, for the past few months. This short-term funk. I'm making short-term decisions. Just to, basically, like my man DC said, I'm trying to get to the end of the summer. Everything resets. The housing market in Florida, there'll be more inventory during hurricane season. I know no matter what, I'm going up north at the end of August. So I don't want to go too crazy now because, again, in a couple of months, I'm traveling no matter what. So I'm just trying to buy time, but I'm also trying to keep my inspiration because I'm living this life of like no fresh air. Even though I got to the park today. So love to you, Brandon. Hopefully that filled you in. Just keep going live, guys. Even if you're not that inspired, just keep showing up. Back to live comments. ESP. Oh, I read that. Thank you. This is a good question, ESP. What are you eating on the road, ESP? What's your go-to? With Dairy Queen. You ever watch that guy Ghetto Van Life or whatever that you got that Dairy Queen pro tip from? Suitcase. Sam, come to Tampa. Nah, I've already been there, man. The nights are cooler here. No, no doubt. I mean, I was thinking about going up to St. Augustine or Flagler Beach. Shout out to Dan Diamond at Palm Coast. But Gamble Rogers State Park, right off Flagler Beach, is a nice state park. I stayed there a few times. It's a possibility I go a little bit maybe North Florida, but I'm not going to go West Coast of Florida. I don't know if I'll ever go back to the West Coast of Florida, man. I enjoyed Naples and Marcos Island, but I really didn't. It's a low key vibe, but I didn't really like the West Coast of Florida, so I probably won't go back. Like I said, I've been there once, I've been there twice. So after you've done something a couple times, it's like I don't want to go back 3 times unless I'm really feeling it. That's the lie with the nomad life. You'll want to visit a place 2 times. After 3 times, it's like you've already experienced it. Now you're just forcing it. My man Fred, what's up, brother? I got in late, bro. What's up, man? How you doing? You're cutting the hotel short. I bet you probably heard. I was just telling Brandon, I believe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I got like 2 hours to cancel the reservation if I want on the app, but I don't know. You know me, brother. The past couple months, man, I don't have a clear direction. And I'm struggling a little bit with negative thoughts, and I'm trying to keep my passion, my hope, and my focus. But it's like I'm in this loop of short-term decisions. And short-term decisions are good, but if you do them too much, uh, it becomes like this, you get in a rut. Now, I'm not going to make long-term decisions just for the sake of it, because that's how you get screwed. But it is true. Look, I'm getting screwed a little bit by these short-term decisions. How are you, Fred? Adam, Sam. I hope you have a good evening. I hope you do too, man. He goes, I'm sorry to cut right out. No, no problem. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you sharing that comment. But I'm dealing with family issues. I totally get it, man. Have to get to the bottom of this, Adam. All I can tell you, man, everyone prayer emoji for my man Adam. Because Adam, even when you got your own problems, man, you always stay positive, or at least your comments are always positive, man. So I love you, brother, and I hope that everything works out for you, man. I know you got your hands full. Love to you, man. Thank you again, Brandon, man. Very nice of you with the tip. Thank you. Brandon prayer emoji. Thank you, man. Tim, I ain't trolling you, bro. Laughing. What the F? Why would you think that anyway? I didn't say you were trolling me. No, maybe you misunderstood. I wasn't talking about you. When did I say that? No, I don't think you're trolling me. I got love for you, Tim. ESP's laughing. Oh yeah, the Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's a real treat. I'm not mad at you. Today, I had a supermarket salad for a late lunch. I had Chinese food for the day before. I keep granola bars and Cliff bars in the van for breakfast and snacks. Yeah, that's true. How's the weather? Is the weather warmer where you're at in Alaska? Yeah, shout out to USB. Shout out to you, Tim. I love you, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. The one good thing about, the hotel life is, guys, I just let these live feeds run, man. Like, I see some people, they do live feeds, they don't even talk half the time. Just people watch. It's like there's some live feeds, they just have a picture of the ocean, people watch. Guys, I'm gonna run my view count up. I just go let just, like watch me sleep. People watch. There ain't nothing else on. So, that's the one good thing, man. I'll tell you, if I had a home base, I'd just let the live feed run all the time. Fuck it, just watch. Marcel, Cliff Bars rock. I like the peanut butter flavor. Yeah, they look good. I don't think I know. I eat I see they look good. The wrapping looks good, but I eat what do they call them? The one bars, the coconut one bars. You ever hear of them? Yeah. Let's take a hydration break. See, my legs feel stiff, man. I'm gonna go stand up, take a pee. I'll be right back. Guys, let the view count run, man. This, shit. I tell you, that's the one good thing about the hotel life. 117 people watching me live in a hotel. Click that thumbs up if you're watching. If you ain't click that, let me see it go to 60. Oh man, it's easy to do a live feed in a hotel, man. Um, where are we at? Fred, I'm caught up, bro. I get it. Yeah, same shit, Fred. I'm sorry, man. I wish I had something inspiring to say, man. Fred, man, I love you, brother. I'm out of juice, man. But I love you, and I'm gonna just keep showing up. I'll figure it out. But for right now, I'm just taking it one day at a time, and I'm sharing as I go. I'm not gonna stop making videos for 2 months and then start. I just gonna keep showing up and say I'm living in my car, I'm living in a hotel, I'm living in a car, I'm buying a home base. I'm not Plan D, E, Z. I don't know, man. I love you, brother. ESP. Right now, it's chilly and rainy. See, that's why too. Up north, it's still not really warm yet, man. It's not really cold. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that lukewarm. Like you get that coffee from Starbucks and the shit's not warm. It's like the light been blinking. I got that the other day. I was like, man, what am I gonna do with this? But it's that in between weather. Yep, chilly. Yeah, see, that's why I'm not feeling that. That's why I can't leave Florida yet. You don't leave Florida until the middle of July. That's when it gets, that next level of heat. But right now, it's still a beautiful. It was a beautiful day today too. So I said to myself, well, in one sense, I said to myself, Sam, it's still not too hot to be in your car. I could have been in my car today, found a nice spot in the shade, and did my thing. And that's how I was like, well, do I really need this hotel room? Because I really don't. I mean, I could still get by in my car for another month or so. So I don't know. Tim, smile emoji. Thank you, brother. Marcel. I don't think we got one bars over here. I'll have, yeah, you have to get some stateside. Yeah, if you get them, the only good ones are the coconut ones. Coconut and almonds they have in them. Suitcase. I feel you, bro. You gotta do you. I'm spending my second winter in St. Pete. Water everywhere. I never. I will be honest with you. I never been to St. Petersburg, and that is an island. But I've been to Sanibel Island, and I was very disappointed. Water everywhere. I love it. I'm not mad at you. Lots of work. Well, I'm definitely not mad at that. Business friendly. I'm not mad at that. A man can hustle legit. Can't ask for more. Water, money bag, and bikinis. You're living a dream, man. I'm happy for you. You're a positive person, man. Brandon, have you been to Dustin Beach? No, I've never been there. Shout out to Showgirls all around the world. She's a viewer. I believe she's living out of her car now. She's in that area, and she door dashes over in that area. And but I've never been there. I think that's sort of towards the Panhandle. I don't go that far northwest. So I've never been there. No, Marcel. If my personal training business excels, I'll buy a Lexus. Okay. Love the aesthetics of those cars. I think they're also good for picking up girls. Well, to be honest with you, what I've learned in life is if you get a Lexus to get a girl, she gonna end up fucking some guy in an old ass Honda Civic. Because I made that mistake. Girls are actually turned off by luxury cars, at least uh, for definitely if you're not really, really flowing in money. Like if you're really flowing in money, then it's like you can't have a hoopty. It's like you got too much money. But if you're a personal trainer with a Lexus, she gonna cheat on you because she gonna say there's no way you're getting that much money. You know what I mean? And it's gonna look like you're reaching. Now, have I ever reached before? Yeah, I had a paid off Jeep Compass, and then I'd got a Range Rover to impress this chick. And I think she has sex with a guy in a Toyota Tacoma, used. So, what I would tell you is if you want to buy a Lexus with your hard earned money, there's nothing wrong with that because it's your money, it's your life, that's your inspiration. But if you're going to buy the Lexus to pick up a girl, save your money. How do you double your money? Fold it, put it in your pocket. Okay. How do you throw away your money? Well, you risk too much through investments or you buy luxury cars. That's true. Frank and Cat. Same here, ESP. was warm the other day. Now rains. Oof. Rains are coming in and dropping temps. Yeah, this is why Frankencat. Where are you at again? This is why up north it's still not popping, and not until June does the weather get nice. So that's why I said to myself, Sam, just keep this hotel room for 30 days, and then it's June, and then when it's June, maybe you'll be more open to go up north, because once June hits too, it'll be a lot hotter in South Florida. It'll be warmer up north, and then maybe something will either open up with an RV or a home base. And again, I'm just buying time. So, I don't know. But I look at these people, like I said, I was looking at a couple people say just like forcing themselves to travel. And they have all types of problems, because that's what the road is. The road's the obstacles. Oh, yeah, that's right, Texas. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, tornado season is starting. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know tornado season starts now. That's interesting. I heard you guys got a lot of hail lately. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. So, yeah, and Texas is an hour behind us. So I'm on East Coast time right now. It's 9:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in Texas it's 8:49, and then Marcel's in the UK, so he's like already in the early morning. Oh yeah, like I said, the good thing about a hotel, guys, is I end this live feed. I take a shower, I watch a little YouTube or TV, and that's the benefit. And I don't know if I want to really give that up yet. Especially, I don't have any other good options. The car living give me a little bit more excitement, but I don't really want to go back to like driving around at night and going to the gym at night to take a shower. I mean, I don't, in one sense, I don't mind it when I'm in the flow. That's the one bad part. It's like once you get off the road, getting back on the road, off on, off on, it's like that you break up your rhythm. And I'm still glad I did the hotel, at least initially, because I definitely I wanted to get some rest. I wanted to prepare for the vaccine, but Frankencat. Been lucky with the hail. Got some a month or so ago, but the big time hail hit places around me. Yeah, I've been watching some people on YouTube. They got hit with it. They had to go through their insurance and their cars got messed up. I didn't know hail comes down that big. So that's what I mean. Like, every place got problems. Florida got hurricanes. Texas, you got hail or tornado. Alaska, you got Arctic temps. West Coast, you got wildfires. You got earthquakes. You can't escape. Every place has a little bit of a negative as far as the climate. You just have to kind of deal with it. And even when you're a nomad, the nomad lies you could travel with the weather. And it's true, but you're always going to get caught in some pockets. Like right now, if I travel with the weather, I'm not going to just go from like great weather to great weather. I'll be caught in some pockets of bad weather. Brandon, $5 super chat. Gotta head to work. Take care. Brandon, thank you for the gracious tips, man. I hope you have a good day at work. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your love and appreciation to you, Brandon. Have a great day at work, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Suitcase. It's true when you break that rhythm. Yeah, it's like everything in life, man. Like Miami Sound Machine told us, the rhythm is gonna get you. The rhythm is gonna get you tonight, tonight. Shout out to Gloria Stefan, man. But yeah, I don't know. So am I out of rhythm? Well, yeah, look, I showed up. So if I showed up, I'm not totally out of rhythm. Uh, Frankencat. Shout out to those that deal with climate weather. Yep. Getting hit back in February sucked. Yeah, there's no doubt about it, man. Look, one of the biggest negatives about the nomad life is bad weather. The other negative is dealing with the public. If you say, give me your top two negatives about the nomad life, they are as follows: lack of temperature control and dealing with the public. So even if you got the fully self-contained RV or a Prius, even if you got the temperature control, you're going to deal with the public more than someone who's in a house, apartment, or a hotel. And again, initially it doesn't bother you, but over time it bothers you. Frankencat. Man, Arctic weather. Yeah, shout out to ESP. She was Airbnb because that Arctic weather ain't no joke, man. Shout out to the tropical weather. When you're sweating your ass off in the middle of the summer, man, I did both, man. Uh, but look, I mean, look, there is an excitement of being on the road. I mean, look at this lethargic life. I'm in a hotel. It's very lethargic. And everything has the plus and the minus, you know, the pro and the con. Jay-Z had a whole uh, album. What do you call it? A Gift and a Curse. It was like a double CD. That was a pretty good album. A suitcase. Good night, Sam. I've got to show up tomorrow. Respect and blessings. Well, respect and love to you too, brother. Thank you for everything, suitcase. It's been a blessing. Yeah, with that said, I could stretch this out because I'm in a hotel and I could just let the live feed run, I'm pretty much out of gas too. So well, let's call it a night. Thank you everyone for watching. Love to everyone going to work, heading to work, those retired, those nomads, those homeowners, those hotelers, whatever your situation, one day at a time. Try to pull yourself out of something too negative because remember, life is a little bit negative, but we don't want to stay there. It's not gonna make anything better. So try to use your energy in a positive way, like working out, walking. Even if you're gonna overeat, better to overeat something healthy than unhealthy. And that's it. That's all I got tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all the tips and the love. Frank and Kat, good night. Good night to everyone. Thank you.